Today I'm riding the Ecotric, the 48 volt fat tire bike. And yesterday I put some new brakes on it, but they're still a little loud even though I bedded them in, as you can tell. And also, like, one of my new pedals, it's like the bearing, something's going on with it. We may have to send them back. It's like clicking every time I pedal. And you can feel it. This is the back way to get to the shopping area, Publix. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear it clicking every time I pedal. When I stop, it's quiet. This bike has a lot of power. I mean, for 500 watt. It climbs these little hills here in Florida fairly well. Yeah, these brakes, I mean, these are new in the front. So this is the shopping area. It's like a 15-minute ride. That's one thing about this bike, that when I got it, I don't even want to take my truck most of the time to the store. I usually just ride this bike. This one or my other electric bike. Okay. I think we got it. I'm gonna pull right here for a second. I wanted to show you guys my bike. I showed it in the last video on this bike, but this is the Ecotric 48 volt, 13 amp hour battery on it. And it's been a pretty good bike. I mean, I paid $860 for it. You know, I bought the rack in the back, and I got a new headlight right here, and then the little wattage display part that shows how much battery power is left, and a couple little upgrades. I got the camera mount for my Osmo Action. But it's been a pretty good bike. All right, let's get back to riding. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that the links for the stuff that I bought on here, like the light, I think it's a 1000 lumen light. It's pretty bright, and it comes with the little tail light there, and the voltage meter, everything, and the rack. I'll put links to it in the description. All right, so let's go. So the good things on this bike is that it's pretty peppy. I mean, the motor's pretty quick to go. I unplugged the PAS sensor, the cadence sensor or magnet sensor on the pedals, because I didn't like it just kicking in full blast every time I went to pedal. So I just unplugged it, and I just used the throttle, put it on PAS 5, and just use the throttle and pedal as much as I want. Much better. But that's one thing I didn't like, is that, well, a couple of things. So it has the S900 display, and it has a place that you would think would show the wattage, but it is not. It's just for error codes. My other bike has the SW900 display, and it shows the wattage. This will show you a little bit. This is a fairly decent hill. I know you probably can't see it on the video, but it'll just climb right up it. Even though I was pedaling there, you don't even have to pedal. And then top speed, about 23 and a half. It's funny because my other bike is 27 miles an hour. A little bit faster, but this one's so much lighter. It's like 55 pounds with the battery. Okay, so when I got the video home, I noticed that the microphone had became detached from the Osmo Action. So the audio was pretty much unusable. So I just decided to record this in post. And I'm just turning around at this point to get back to the dirt road, and this particular dirt road leads to Lake Helen. It's kind of like the back way, so kind of like a rural area with animals and pretty nice scenery.
All right.
Okay, so this track also was messed up. The microphone became detached again from the Osmo Action, so I'm just recording in post. So here I stop, and there's a couple of cows and a donkey just kind of watching me ride. And then you can't really tell, but the road is fairly bumpy. The Osmo Action has Rocksteady, which is like a stabilization, so it doesn't look as bumpy as it really was. So I had a hard time keeping the microphone attached. And as you can see, that we've had some rain lately, so there'll be puddles of water, and I just kind of go around them, and definitely did not want the bike all muddy, and and then I'd have to wash it. So even on this clip, I had to remove the audio from the microphone becoming detached from the Osmo Action. I didn't really see it. It didn't like fall off. It just became unplugged from the USB-C port. This road is about a couple of miles long. I've been through here a few times. It's a really nice way to get, to Lake Helen, which is a small little town between Deltona and DeLand. I like to ride over here sometimes and get some pizza or a sub and then just ride back. But pretty soon we're coming up on the road. This is where it goes from dirt road to paved, and then probably another half a mile to a mile is the main road. I kind of make it like a circle to get back to my house.
Okay, so it's getting dark, and I'm getting closer to home. Probably another mile or two. It's funny what turned into be, it was just going to be a really short ride. Ended up being right around 20 miles. That's funny. I was just going to ride toward the shopping center and back, and ended up going all around town. This thing, I tell you, for the money, it's really good. I did a video on it, a range test. I'll try to link it below, but it did really well. I mean, I was surprised. 13 amp hour battery, did really good. This headlight looks like it does fairly well too. It's pretty bright. It's not completely dark, but it's close. And the battery still has pretty good power. I think we're at take the load off of it just to check. So we are at 64%. So not bad.